Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Dave Sadler, and this is the Big Metal Detecting Podcast. This is the pre-launch of the show, so therefore we have no preamble, we have no jingles and such like set up as yet. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. We're not stopping the All Metal Mode UK. That'll continue for the foreseeable future, obviously. Unfortunately, Mike's away tonight, but we're going to look at our own independent show on a different night of the week, bringing you all the bloody best from big metal detecting in the UK, and hopefully additional shows, big archaeology and big specials as well, so we can fit different dynamics into different areas. So tonight it is the pre-launch of the show. Obviously the show itself will be launched this weekend officially at the Rodney Cook Memorial Rally down near Bath. So tonight we're going to have a quick chat about that with my co-editor and good friend Mr. Luke Higgins. How are you, Luke? Are you there, Luke? Have you disappeared, Luke?
He might be eating a burger.
I think we might have lost Luke, so I'm just going to have to try and get Luke back, if you give me a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, that was Digger Dawn in the background. She's our other guest tonight we're going to be talking to. I know Luke's in the pub having his tea, but he can't be that bad surely. So let me just get him back. The perils of live broadcasting.
Hello.
Here he is. Good evening, Luke. How are you?
Mr. Sadler, I'm good, thank you. So I don't know what happened there.
We lost you for a moment there. So how are you this evening?
I'm good. I'm currently sitting with my my old chum, Double J Jared Johnson, and we're having a burger and chips in a local pub.
Good evening. How are you, Jared, out the back? He won't hear me, but say hello for
Jared.
me. Hello, Jared.
Hi.
So, this weekend's the Rodney Cook Memorial Rally. We're looking forward to it greatly. Myself, I'll be down there on Saturday. But you're there already, Luke?
I am, yes. We've been there probably, I guess now, 3 or 4 hours. Looks fantastic. As you drive towards the event, you can see a huge white gazebo gleaming out of the fields on the horizon. So very, very easy location to find. The fields are literally perfect. You could not ask for better land to detect. And we drove in, said hello to Gary, got our tents set up, and had a chat with Julian and Dan from Treasure Hunting Magazine. They're already there. It absolutely brilliant, amazing looking land. I mean, I don't want to spoil anything or take the steam away from Gary, but there really is some treats in store for people that are coming to the Rodney Cook when they find out what's actually on that land.
So, many people expected?
Well, I believe there's 450 camping and around about 700 over the weekend.
Fantastic. And do you know, obviously ourselves there, Treasure Hunting Magazine are going to be there. Anyone else that we know of?
I'm not sure trader-wise, to be honest, but I do know they've got a comedian tomorrow night in the main gazebo.
Boris Johnson's coming down
on the Saturday night. It's not Boris Johnson, an actual comedian, someone that's trying to be funny as opposed to doing it inadvertently. So comedian Friday night, band Saturday night. There's a bar there, a couple of burger vans. I think it's going to be a really, really cracking event, to be honest.
And do we know anything of the history of the site? Anything that obviously we could discuss currently?
I do, Dave, but in all honesty, I think Gary probably wants to be able to tell people that in the kind of morning brief.
No problem whatsoever.
As they arrive, I mean, there is a lot, to really get your pulse racing, and certainly things I didn't know and until I turned up. But I think Gary would probably want that kept for the morning debrief or brief.
So Saturday is the official start day. What time's that?
I believe it's 9 a.m.
So 9 a.m.'s kick-off. So when would people be arriving from the site? Obviously, you've gone down a little bit early to help out. as friends of Gary and
from-
such like. But when are the majority of people going to be starting to arrive?
From around midday tomorrow.
Marvellous. Apart from me.
Yeah, apart from you. Yeah.
Yeah, cheers. So now you're obviously drinking beer.
We are, yeah, we're in the local pub. Just having a few beers. I think tonight we're going to get back. We've got all the tents set up, which you can get back, have a few beers, and maybe sneak out and have a quick detect.
While I'm busy at work tomorrow.
It's actually quite painful, to be honest, Dave, because the land, you are literally the camping site, has the detection fields all around it, literally all around it. So I've been sort of showing Jared the Rutus today, so we've been kind of swinging but not digging, and been some really nice signals going on today, but unfortunately we can't dig them.
And what is the ground conditions like there?
They're perfect, absolutely perfect. You could not ask. You're going to be able to literally get the coil to the soil on nearly every single field there. There's a couple of fields that are still in stubble, but most of the stubble has been flattened. So it is nigh on perfect detecting conditions. I believe there's one set of fields for Saturday. I don't know the acreage, but there's one set of fields for Saturday, and on the Sunday we move across to the other side of the road for a completely different set of fields on the Sunday.
And weather's looking fantastic. Maybe not as sunny as we'd like, but it's certainly not going to be raining by the looks of it.
No, about right, I think, for detecting. Don't want it too hot. If you're out in the fields all day, I think it's going to be probably just about perfect, the weather.
And as well as coming along on the Archaeology Metal Detecting magazine stall, you'll also be in and around Rutus as well.
Yes, so we have a Rutus stall, which will be, to make sure I don't forget any of the names, will be myself, Tony Carwood, Richard Lincoln, Matthias David, Yvonne London Marchant, and my good friend, the Godfathering Niall Bailey. Yeah, so we'll be both Rodney Cook and Detective all representing Rutus as their expert team.
And it'll certainly be nice for me to meet each one of them in the flesh also. Can't wait.
To be honest, Dave, that's one of the things I'm really looking forward to, because both me and you, I think we've made so many contacts since Detectival last year, and we've got so many kind of Facebook friends, but to actually be able to meet them over the next couple of weekends, I think is going to be brilliant.
Certainly is.
To actually be able to put faces to names.
It certainly is. And also, we do have our own little input into the event as well.
We do, yeah. We got the magazine, so they were weighing the suspension of my car down today. So the marshals and Gary, everyone kind of behind the scenes at the event has already had a look, and the feedback's been really, really good.
Fantastic. I hope you've let Julian and Dan have a look as well.
We did, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Julian, did say good job, which is quite a compliment from the editor of Treasure Hunting magazine. So yeah, our magazines are all there, and obviously they'll be handy. I'll pick up with you tomorrow, Dave, about whether we're going to do it as people enter or whether we're going to wait for the stall. But yeah, the copies are all there, and they are looking good.
Fantastic. So you're going to have a drink, you're going to go back, you're going to drink some more, you're going to go to sleep, you're going to have a play and liaise with folk tomorrow, and that's about it then, eh?
Absolutely. It'll probably be a fairly early night for me tonight, to be honest. As you know, I've been working a lot of hours, and I think I don't think I'll hold out for too long tonight. I think it'll be asleep, and then wake up tomorrow morning and look forward to the next 3 days. See what comes out of the land.
The big question is, do you need me to bring some earplugs down for you?
If you can, Dave, that'd be brilliant.
No problemo.
Yeah,
well, I'll let you get back to your tea anyway, Luke. I really do appreciate you taking time out to come on tonight.
No worries.
So,
and hello, Dawn.
Hiya. I wish you lots of luck. It sounds fantastic there.
Thank you very much. Yeah, you'll have to make sure you can come next year.
Yeah, I fancy it, actually. You've just done a really good job there. It sounds fantastic.
Brilliant. Okay, cool. Have a good show, guys. Thanks for dialing me in.
Take care, Luke. Thanks again.
Burger.
I'll
see you tomorrow, Dave.
Take care.
Catch you later, mate.
So, for those of you who would like to consider donating to a fantastic memorial rally event in memory of Rodney Cook, he was the father of Gary Cook. He passed away from cancer in September 2017 after a 2-year battle with this awful disease. The Bath Cancer Unit looked after Rod from the time he was diagnosed to the sad time of his passing. They are in need of funds, so the Rodney Cook Memorial Rally was organised to raise money for the cancer care in Rodney's memory. The Bath Cancer Care Unit was simply amazing, and Gary wanted to give something back. So there is a Just Giving page. Again, we discussed this on All Metal Mode last week. There are 2 other charities that money will be going out to this year from the event as well. They are hopeful of raising £20,000. Obviously that will include all the money raised on the gate and throughout the event this weekend. But if you would like to donate some monies to the charity and can't attend the event, please go onto the justgiving.com and just look for the Rodney Cook Memorial Rally. That will be placed on the Archaeology and Metal Detecting magazine Facebook page, and as I say, fantastic cause, and I can't wait to get down there this weekend and actually see issue 3 of the Archaeology and Metal Detecting magazine paper version myself, because I've only seen it in PDF form at the moment, and it really does look 100 times better than it did the issue 1 and 2 last year. A lot of hard work's gone in that from Luke, which I really do appreciate, and it does look better than that. I really did love last year's. It was something else to actually hold a copy of something that we personally put together, but this is something else. It looks fantastic. So thanks again to Luke, and for those of you who aren't going and would like to donate, again, please go to Just Giving and look for the Rodney Cook Memorial Rally. Now, tonight's show on All Metal Mode unfortunately had to be cancelled, so we decided to do a pre-launch show and invited Digger Dawn along to be a guest tonight. Now, the show itself tonight on the All Metal Mode podcast was supposed to be a preamble regarding Detectival. So tonight Dawn's been invited along. We're going to have a brief chat with her about what's going on in Digger Dawn World with her YouTube channel and Facebook page and what have you, and then we're going to talk about Detectival a little bit more and give some more information out regarding that. Good evening, Dawn.
Hi Dave, thanks for having me on again.
You're more than welcome. How are you?
I'm fine. I've got to say that Rodney Cook rally sounds really, really good, and what a fantastic event for a fantastic cause. I wish everybody there a lot of luck. I really do. It sounds. I might even try and make that next year myself.
They did raise a heap of money last year, and I think Lance Goolsby over at our friend Lance over at the GDA podcast, he had one of the charity organisers plus one of the main consultants from the hospital on to talk about everything regarding what the event's for. So it was fantastic to hear that. Good listen if anybody wants to listen to that. It's on the Global Detection Adventures podcast. You can learn more. But yes, Dawn, it certainly looks like it's going to be a fantastic event, and for me, a great start of the week for Detectival.
Yeah, I mean, so I suppose there's quite a lot of people that are going to both, isn't there, Rodney Cook and Detectival, so I think there's going to be quite a lot of tired detectorists over the next few weeks.
Oh, September is the month of detecting. It really is. We've had a good few already. I know they've have at least 4 or 5 more over the coming weeks as well. It is Detector Heaven at the moment.
It is. It's the harvest, isn't it? Detecting Heaven. You got it right. Harvest time.
So, how's detecting been for yourself lately?
Well, it's been fantastic. I've been on a bit of a roll for myself, you know. I mean, I don't find the oldest of things up here in Lancashire, but I mean, in terms of excitement, I've had a fantastic few weeks. I mean, as you will have seen, I found me first bit of gold that I've done, you know, for 4 years, and that's put me on a really good, put me in a good mood actually.
And what was it exactly?
It was, I think it's something to do with, I've not got quite to the bottom of it, but I think it's something to do with a Christian thing, like an early Christian thing. I think it might have something pre-Jehovah's Witness I think it was something to do with that, because it had a crown and a cross on it. And I think it was some sort of gold pin badge that was something to do with I can't remember what it was called, but it was like pre-Jehovah's Witness. So I'm thinking it's probably from about 1915.
Marvellous.
So yeah, well, yeah, bit of gold.
Can't complain enough. And you had a lot of silver lately as well.
I have. I've had some quite nice coins lately. Well, I seem to have been on a bit of a silver streak for a while. But yeah, I've had some nice silvers. I've had a nice big George III crown. I've had some Gothic florins. I've had all sorts of things. Yeah. So in my detective world, I'm having a good month.
Oh, to be honest, Don, I've not been out for a bit. I've had bloody work and then family, and obviously, well, I was going to go detecting the other week and then broke my car a little bit, so that went out the window. How's your YouTube channel going?
YouTube's on fire at the minute. I mean, it's doing really, really well. I'm just getting near 12,000 subs, so they're like really pouring in quick. I don't know what's happened, but yeah, my channel's on fire at the minute, so it's fantastic. I did put quite a few videos out over the summer while I was off. I was doing a Tuesday and a Friday, but I'm just back to Tuesdays now, obviously, because I've gone back to work. And the kids have all been back in this week, so I feel like I've had my brain stamped on. But, I'll keep going.
Brilliant. And the group, Digger Door Metal Detecting Group?
Well, me Digger Door Metal Detecting Group as well. I mean, that again, that's on fire as well. That's I think it's about 11,500 members we've got in there now. I mean, it's a really good group, man. I always think, because there's a lot of good groups out there on Facebook for metal detecting, and they've all got their own special niches. And I think mine's quite a good one for beginners. I've always aimed at beginners and things like that. And I do get a lot of beginners in there asking, what machine could get, or, asking basic questions. And, we're always happy to answer anything. No question's a silly one in our group. So yeah, the group's doing really, really nice. It's full of absolutely lovely members. We don't get any. We have odd time, but we get very, very little trolling going on. We get very little people belittling other people or being nasty. It's a really nice group. It's a nice place to be. I enjoy being there anyway.
And you've also been out down in Shropshire lately, also.
Yeah, I've done a few. Oh well, yeah, I've done the thing. I'm good friends with the guys at Metal Detecting Holidays, and they do always invite me down for things. So I've been down there recently with KG and Ringy again, and a few guys from America, Rich Schwager, if he's listening. And it's fantastic down there. I love it in Shropshire. Yeah, it's really, really lovely scenery, and it's nice just to get out on different land.
And Ringy found a ring.
Oh, I did find a ring, but you know what was strange about that? When I was driving down, it's always raining in Manchester. It's not a myth, that it's actually true. So I was driving down from Manchester. It was grey. It was battering it down. The rain was so heavy. And just as I got near Chester, there seemed to be a line in the sky, and there was a big, massive rainbow. And this rainbow, I followed it down for about 15 minutes, and I thought, there's got to be gold at the end of a rainbow. Because there's always gold at the end of a rainbow. So I looked at this rainbow, got there. I think I stood in a field, and I put my camera in a tree like I usually do. And I started talking about this rainbow that I'd seen, and saying there must be gold in this field. Now, as it turns out, the day after, the day I'd gone home, Ringy found that ring. It was gorgeous, wasn't it? I don't know if anybody saw it. It was 17 something dated 1740, but it was like a mourning ring, and it was really elaborate and engraved. It was beautiful. But he found it more or less on the spot that I was stood while I was filming, saying there must be gold in this field.
Sod's law.
It is just sod's law, isn't it? So I've done some good things over the summer. I mean, I don't know if people know, I did some filming with the Gadget Show over the summer, and that's going to be shown on October the 11th, subject to change, but they've not said it's going to change at the minute. And I had a really fun day there filming down with them, and we was looking at entry-level metal detectors. I'm not going to say which ones they were yet, because I need to save it for the show. But I had a really good time. It took me 11 hours filming, and I think it's going to be a 10-minute slot on the show. So that's something, it was really good fun doing that. Really good fun.
Marvellous. At least it gets the hobby a little bit more exposure.
Yeah, well, I think any sort of good exposure to the hobby is good, and there's so many people at the minute seem to be coming into metal detecting. You know, it's getting more popular. There's more. I think the Detectorist program itself, you know, the one that was on with what's he called? I forgot what the guy's name was. You know which one I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's caused massive interest in metal detecting, because there's never a time that I don't go out when, you know, you get a dog walker walking past and they always say, "Oh, have you seen that metal detectorist program?" You know, so everybody's seen that. And then there's been quite a lot in the news lately, haven't there? You know, you've had quite a few hordes come up, and you've had the Adam and Lisa with their is it Norman Horde, was it?
Yeah.
And that's been on the news. So there has been quite a lot of horde things, which is not always the best, because you get people seeing it and thinking, "Oh, I don't fancy working anymore. I'll go just get a metal detector and go find a horde."
Yeah.
But, you know, I think those things are influencing people on coming out, because I don't think metal detecting's got quite the geeky image it used to have. You know, it used to be really quite, you know, it used to be viewed as something a bit geeky, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
Did it? Am I out of line saying that? I'm a bit of a geek.
No,
anyway,
it did. You know, people. Well, still today, you know, I'll tell somebody at work, "What are you doing this weekend?" "Oh, I'm going metal detecting." "Oh, you're boring, but boring, that is, bloody geek." Still get it from some certain areas.
I don't get it quite so much now. I'm getting quite a lot of interest. I mean, I've been emailed recently to ask if I'd go and speak to a ladies group in this area. You know, I think it's a ladies group. I think they said there was about 85 ladies that go to this group, and they would all be really interested in, you know, in the area and metal detecting and things like that. So I've emailed them back and said, yeah, we'll arrange your date and go and do that. But the interest in it just seems to be getting more and more and more. So I was really pleased to be invited to go on this thing for the Gadget Show for entry-level metal detectors, because that's one of the biggest questions that gets asked in my group. I get people asking, you know what that question's like, don't you? What's the best metal detector?
Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh no, get your crash helmet on.
Everyone's favourite is the best. Dawn, are you on speakerphone by any chance?
No.
Well, on loudspeaker, or are you on your...
I'm just on my laptop.
Oh, you're on your laptop? There's just a lot of feedback coming back. Somebody asked, are you in a well?
Oh no, sorry, I haven't got any headphones.
Yeah, no worries.
I'm in a well.
There's also been the Viking Hack Silver the last couple of days as well.
Yeah, there's that, and somebody was telling me something. Is it come up in the Isle of Sheppey?
Yes.
So there's something come up in the Isle of Sheppey as well. So yeah, there's a lot on the news at the minute about finds that are coming. So that's automatically going to generate interest in metal detecting.
Certainly is. There's also one of our friends, and his name eludes me because I haven't got the information in front of me, but one of the show's listeners actually had a Roman horde up a couple of days ago as well.
Wow. A friend of mine...
I'm hopefully one of the people in the chat room, because there's quite a lot of people in the chat room. Hello to everyone. One of them can remind me who that is, but yes, there was a Roman one up the other day.
Yeah, well, that's a friend of mine, Martin Wood from Divi.
That's him.
Detectorist.
He's in the chat rooms now, and that's who it is. So I've been reminded. Hello, Divi. Desire Martin. Yes, he
found a horde.
Good, well done to that chap.
So yeah, he's found this. I mean, they went out. I mean, from what he's told me, because I've spoke to him quite a lot about it, and they found a little 20-foot patch, and these Romans started coming up. I think he was digging with his brother, and they started coming up one by one. And I think by the end of day 2, I think they have nearly 100 of them, but they've got a few brooches and they've got all sorts of different things.
Awesome.
So they're hoping to find the pot. They think there might be a pot there. So I wish him luck. I hope there is a pot. I mean, I'll be as excited as if it was me finding it. If he finds that, it'd be fantastic.
Ditto, yeah, definitely.
Well, it just shows you, doesn't it? Because he went out that day. I remember the night before he said, "Oh, I'm just nipping out tomorrow." You don't know what's going to happen the next day, do you?
No, you don't.
That's what's fantastic about metal detecting. You can just nip out and your whole life can change in 2 signals, can't it?
It certainly has. One of my friends, he's actually in the chat room now, Andre Figueiredo. I probably always pronounce that right, but that's the way it is in my head. He went after work yesterday and got to do his first gold dance as well, so congratulations on that.
Yeah, well done.
Now, I've got a question for you from Pete Terrell, Dawn. Will you be out with the Garrett guys next week before Detectable? I don't know if he means drinking or detecting.
No, I know what he means. What's going to happen next week is some of the guys from America that are coming over are doing a dig somewhere else. I think they're going off with Gary Smith for a day or two. They're getting here early, so I think they're going digging with Gary Smith. So I think that's Aquachigger and KG and Ringy are going off there. I'm going to meet Jocelyn, though, on Friday. So me and Jocelyn are going to have a little bit of a girls' night beer party.
Marvellous. Remind me what it's Relic Recoverist, isn't it?
It's Relic Recoverist, yeah. So she's landing Friday, so she'll probably not know where she is or anything. You know, the jet lag and that. But she would become really good friends, and I always really look forward to seeing her every year. So yes, I'm going to meet her on Friday. They'll be digging. So they'll be Aquachigger and KG and Ringy will be turning up Saturday morning. Me and Jocelyn might be wandering around Friday night with beer.
Pete says, what colour hair is Jocelyn going to be sporting this year?
Well, she's gone blonde, so there'll be two blondes this year walking around. Yeah, she's not got, because she had really bright pink hair, didn't she? Well, she's just let that come out, so she's just gone blonde now. So yeah, two blondes walking around with a pint of lager. I think it'll be this year. Only on the Friday though.
So anyway,
wait, you know,
Detectable itself starts next Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
Over 1,000 acres of land, 600 of new undetected land to search. There's going to be lots of fun and games, events, competitions, charity raffles, token hunts, etc., etc. One of the causes that's being supported is Get Ellis Active, which, if you please excuse me a moment, is a little boy, I think, and there's I can't see the information. Oh, there you are. He's 2 years old and was born with arthrogryposis multiplex congenita. What's that, we ask? It's a term used to describe over 300 conditions that cause multiple curved joints in areas of the body at birth. So one of the charity causes is the Get Ellis Active, and also the other is for Charlie Stevenson, who is battling a rare tumour and obviously in need of help. So two great causes there for Detectable. I'm just going through some of the information just to let a few people know a bit more about it. Lots more going on. This year is obviously the return as the main sponsor of Minelab. Incidentally, ourselves at Archaeology and Metal Detecting Magazine have produced a Detectable guide. It's a Minelab Detectable guide for the event itself. I think they're also going to be, they've got some very exciting plans. I'm thinking it might be the information regarding their new machine. Obviously, as well as camping and everything else that's going on, is the big marquee which we'll have ourselves in. Please come along. I think the actual event guide will be distributed in a different manner, but we will have issue 4 of the Archaeology and Metal Detecting Magazine, which is a YouTuber special. Numerous people will be in that you all know, articles and such like, and also, again, as we've said before, thanks to Pete Terrell at LP, thanks to Wyola at Rootus, Dialek at Nocta Macro, and Gary Blackwell of XP for supporting us, putting that magazine and issue 3, which will be available at Rodney Cook together. There's numerous manufacturers, traders, coin and artifact dealers, a fully licensed bar, which I thought was fantastic last year. Not just for the beer, but a big bloody horse box that's converted into a bar. Fantastic. Hot and cold.
With all the nice bales outside, so you can sit on it.
Oh, it's brilliant.
I just hope the weather's nice.
Well, looking at it, the early 2-week one, it's looking good. It's looking sunny, to be fair. Hot and cold drinks. My friend Nigel from it's gone. Foodie Doodies. Foodie Doodies and Roxy will be there. They've, as well as introducing last year the Stokesy, they're introducing the Saddlebone this year, and I've got to take him some Staffordshire oat cakes. Live music, DJs, entertainment, Portable Antiquities will be recording the finds, an export license service, rodeo book, bull, reenactment groups, loads of competition, test pits with the likes of Minelab XP, Dr. Macro, Garrett, Fisher, Technetics, Rutus, LP Detecting, Regdon's, Joan Allen, Treasure Hunting Magazine, Ancient Wessex Network, Travelling Pub Company, Woodfire Pizzas, Fish and Chip, Hot Hog Roast, and much, much more. So, any more information regarding that you would like, pop on to Detectable. If you're in a chat room now and you have any questions, I'm sure Mr. Terrell will be able to help you out there. So, there you go. I've just ran through everything regarding Detectable.
You missed the rodeo bull.
I said the rodeo bull, but I said the rodeo book. It's a rodeo book. It's like a little deer.
I mean, you know what I enjoyed last year when we was walking around? There was a little stall and there was people dressed up like they were medieval.
Yeah, the reenactors.
They were actually doing stuff with loom weights. Now, we find loom weights and we know what they are and what they're decorated like. So, but to watch those ladies actually using them, and, you know, as they would have been used, I thought it was fantastic. I really enjoyed that.
It was. We actually we went live. It was an impromptu first episode of All Metal Mode UK. Mike rang up and I was giving him a running commentary of the battles that were going on. So Mike's not obviously seen any reenactments in the US, but he's never seen UK reenactments. So that's one of the things he's looking forward to.
Yeah, the reenactments are quite good, aren't they, as well? But this year I'm really looking forward to getting a lot of detecting done. I'm going to be out in the field quite a lot this year. Reason being I wasn't last year was because I was suffering from really bad allergies, if you remember, hay fever.
Yeah.
And every time I went out in wind, it was absolutely killing me. And I went out last year, and within about an hour, I was feeling really ill. And I thought, well, I can either stay here now and it'll ruin my whole weekend, or I can go back. But this, I've found a cure now. So if anybody out there suffers from hay fever or allergy-related things to while you're out in the field, my magical cure is this. Buy a pot of Vaseline, get a big blob on your finger, really stuff it up each nostril, you know, till it's full up, and you're cured. I don't get any sniffing, I've not sneezed, I felt like I've been freed. So this year I'm out there and I'm looking for Roman. I want a Roman fibula. That's what I'm after.
So what is the plan for the weekend? What day will you be going down to Detectable?
Well, I'm going to set off about 11 o'clock in the morning on the Friday. I should get there probably, it'll take me about 4 hours, 4.5 hours, depending on the traffic. So I'm hoping to get there for about 3. I'll throw my stuff in the hotel. I'm sorry, I'm not camping. I'll throw my stuff in the hotel. Depending on what time Jocelyn gets there, they'll probably drive up to Detectable and just have a wander around and have a look at everything. So, you know, just get in with the action, get in with seeing people. Yeah.
I thought you really enjoyed camping last year, though.
No, what happened last year was I usually always stay with Regtons and that in the hotel. But last year, because they have all these great things on at the night time, you know, they have discos on, don't they, party music, everyone's drinking, they've got the big fire and all the atmosphere and everybody's, you know, getting to know each other. I just fancied doing that. I thought I'm missing out being in an hotel, so I gave up a hotel for a night and stayed in a tent. But
not for you.
It's not for me, the tent. I'm getting a bit snobby. No, I'm not really a tent person. There's nowhere I could put me, no plugs for my hair straighteners and that, you know. So anyway, I did do the evening thing, you know, and it was great. I just didn't enjoy the tent. So I've tried that now, so I'm just staying back in the hotel.
So your weekend, you're going to be obviously doing some videos, the opportunity for lots of people to come and say hello.
Yeah, so if I am back around, well, people, you can come and say hello anywhere. I mean, if you want to have a selfie with me or anything like that, don't feel shy about it. If you see me detected, don't think, oh, I don't want to disturb her. You know, just come over and tell me who you are.
What about if you don't want a selfie with you?
No, that never happened. But, you know, the only thing I ask is, you know, is because I'm on Facebook quite a lot, and because I'm on YouTube and people watch, people feel that they know me quite well, you know, because I'm always there sharing me life and things. But so they come and talk to me like that I'm a long lost sister, and I do sometimes get like a bit rabbit in headlights because I'm a bit fearful because I don't know who they are, and I don't want to call them the wrong name or something. So just come up, just say hi, I'm such a thing, and that'll be fine then. But yeah, don't think you're disturbing me. Yeah, I'm there for detecting, but I'm also there to meet everybody that I know online, because that's one of the big things for me. You go on, you spend all year on Facebook and you're chatting with people and having a laugh with people, and to actually get and meet them in person, I think it's fantastic. I love that bit.
It certainly is.
Come and disturb me as much as you like.
All the people in the chat room now, I've spent so much time speaking to people off air in Facebook messages and such like. Scotty B, Pete obviously, Dean Stainton, Lee Hull, I don't know if Lee's coming down, Aaron from South Coast Detecting, Aaron Weedle. Speak to him a lot, and we've not actually physically met and spoke before. Well, we may have, but I've not actually. I can't remember meeting them before. Obviously, we weren't introduced and such like, but it'll be fantastic to actually meet them. I'm actually looking forward to picking Scotty B up, turning him upside down and shaking him.
Yeah. See if he's got any bits of his hoard left in his pockets.
and John Webb's coming down. I know that he's coming down, and it's.
Where is he?
Yeah,
Mandy,
so it'll be nice to see John. No, Mandy's not coming, but John will be there. Pete's asked, am I going to go on stage this year? I've got no need to get up on stage this year, Pete. We're not doing a raffle, so unless you want to put some backing music on to, I don't know, Roy Orbison, I'll do you a few songs. No problem.
I'm just trying to look in the chat room here. I'm online. I can't see it.
If you go onto the link I sent you before, at the bottom there'll be a little black thing, a little black music player saying live big metal detecting.
Yeah.
There's a speech bubble. If you click on the speech bubble, it should come straight on.
Right. Okay, I'll try it. If it goes wrong now, oh no, it's just double. Never mind, I'll leave it. Can't find it.
Hey, we've got an American visitor, Ken King. Hi, thanks for tuning in, Ken. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thanks, Ken. Ken does a really good show where he sort of looks at the best finds that are across UK and America, of the week, and it's like a little news thing, and it's a really good entertainment.
Oh, great! I'll have to have a look at that. I'll have to get the links and such like.
I'm sorry, Ken, I forgot exactly what it's called, but he comes on and he just takes short clips of all the best finds that have been found, and it's a really good show. It's really well presented and put together, really professional. Yeah, I enjoy it.
Fantastic. I'll certainly have to have a look up at that. Where was I going to go? I was going to go somewhere else in a minute, but I've lost my trail of thought now. I've got no mic to prompt me, obviously.
Well,
it's called the Weekly Dirt. It's called, Dawn.
Yeah, the Weekly Dirt. That's what it's called. Thanks, Ken. Sorry, I forgot the name there momentarily.
I'll look you up on YouTube, Ken, and I'll follow you on YouTube. That's a start to where I'll find you anyway.
Yeah, it's a good thing. Anyway, yeah. So I can't wait. I hope all of my little friends are there as well, because I've got a little following of young girls, I think, who wait for me. So if you're looking for me, I will be at Regton's. I always go down with Regton's, supporting Regton's. So I'll be around the Regton's stand as well if you want anything off me. I'm going to take some of my stickers down and things to give away. I haven't got much else to give away, but I'll take my stickers down and everything. And this year Regton's have got a few YouTubers supporting them. Like you've got LP, have got their own little team. Well, Regton's has got their own little team now too. So there's a few metal detectors. Martin Wood being one of them. And they've got Felix Stowe, Hunter 180. I'm sorry if I've got that back to front. Steve Sifter's on there. There's a couple of, there's a few. So if you want to pop down and see them as well, they'll be going to be there and all.
Fantastic.
So it's going to be nice because again, these are other people that I've never met, and I'm dying to meet them. In fact, I'm going to have Martin Wood a coin competition. Because I like to see a man cry when he's lost.
So what's the winner get?
Well, I think it's just the joy of being able to banter the other one for the rest of the year, and that will certainly happen if I win.
Now, a reminder to people in the chat room: you might not want to, but if you would like to follow I think it'll be the Archaeology Metal Detecting magazine or the Big Metal Detecting podcast, please feel free to, because this weekend, as I say, was originally the launch for this channel itself, or this show. So this weekend we will be reporting live from the Rodney Cook Memorial Rally, and that detective will be doing the same as well. So if you aren't able to go yourself and you would like in some input into what's going on, what's taking place, and some interviews with the likes, I'm going to obviously kidnap Dawn and have a quick interview with her. There'll be little brief live ones probably throughout the day, plus a main show as well. So if you give us a follow, obviously you'll get some update from Spreaker to tell you that the show's live. We will have the studio set up at the stall itself, and also I've got the roving reporter stuff set up as well, so we'll be able to go via my mobile phone and a microphone and do some live recording throughout the site as well. Very much looking forward to that, so please give us a follow. If you don't want to, it's not a problem, or you'll see us mention it somewhere in the future, I'm sure. And obviously what we're hoping to achieve is more metal detecting podcasts in the UK, more people to be involved, people who haven't been a part of podcasts and would like to. Please get in contact with us and we will sort something out for the future. I'm looking forward to eating this saddlebone myself, Dawn, to be fair.
It sounds alright.
It is. I don't know. You did tell me what's in it, but I ain't got a clue now. I can't remember.
Shouldn't be nice.
But last year, obviously this will be the second year. Is it the second year you've been to the show now?
It'll be the third.
The third?
Yeah.
And overall, what would your explanation be as to what the event is like to people who haven't been before?
Well, the first year that I got invited down, because I'm not a large people person. I try and avoid Asda and things like that. I think that's why I like metal detecting so much. So when I very first went down, I thought the thought of all those people there was a little bit daunting, I'll be honest, because I didn't know anything about what it was like. Anyway, I turned up and it absolutely blew my mind. The atmosphere is fantastic. Being able to walk around and look at all the different detectors and hold them and look at all the new technology, and it's just unbelievable. It's like a really, really nice party. You know what I mean? With metal detecting, what else can you get? You can't get better than that. Absolutely love it. I'm so looking forward to it. I'm pretty excited now, because I was thinking just before, I thought this time next week I'll be getting all my stuff ready packed, and I'll be ready for heading off, because it's only a week away, isn't it?
It is.
So yeah, you can meet everybody, go and see all the different detectors. I should imagine they're launching the Vanquish, are they?
I would suspect so. Something's going to be doing with the Vanquish. Well, obviously,
I've seen one parachuted in. I've seen one come out of the ground, so I wonder how this one's going to happen.
Well, you've got air and you've got land, so it'll have to be sea, so it's got to be water.
It's got water. How's it?
Air, sea, and land, so it has to be water.
Anyway, I'm looking forward to see how, because they always put on a big show, Man Lab, don't they, with the new detectors, and so let's just see what creative thing they've come up with for the Vanquish.
Now we've got a question for you in the podcast chat room. Dean Stainton asks, what got you into detecting? Now, as well as you answering this, I'm also going to put a link to the article that you put for us last year about my metal detecting journey, so you can have a look at that, but obviously you can answer that yourself now.
Well, very briefly, and people have probably heard this story about 5 times. When I was 13, I was playing on a building site, playing hide and seek with my mates, and it was my turn to be on, and I was digging my foot in the mud, just counting, and I seen a little thing sort of shine near my toe. So I bent down, picked it up, and it turned out, at the time I didn't know what it was. I thought I'd found a gold Roman coin, but it turned out to be one of those George III spade guinea fake token things, the ones that used to use for gambling.
Yeah.
But it looks like a George III guinea. It was one of those. But in them days, didn't have the internet or anything. I thought I found a gold thing. And I ran to the library and I was looking through books, and then I started looking at all these coins. This one of 13. and it just set me off wondering what was in the ground. So after that, I always used to wonder, and I used to see the odd person in the in the 80s and that with a metal detector, but they always looked a bit anorak to me, not the type of and they always looked like you wouldn't ever want to go and talk to them. So it always just remained a bit of a pipe dream in my head, because I didn't go and speak to them, and I didn't know who to ask, and I didn't know anything about metal detecting, so I just sort of put it to one side. Then one day I was in Maplins, about 10 years ago it'll be now, and it was in Maplins, and I seen this metal detector for 50 quid, and I thought, oh, that must be good, 50 quid, I'll buy that. So I bought it, still had no idea how to use it, didn't know anybody or anything, but I thought I'll go to Blackpool Beach with it, and I'll see what I can find. So I'm on Blackpool Beach, there was me, and there was another guy metal detecting that day, and I was watching him, and he was metal detecting along, and he was bending down, looking at something, putting it in his bag, going off again. Well, I switched mine on, and as you can imagine, a £50 metal detector on wet sand just went ballistic. It was going, and everything.
What was it doing?
It was going. It was going. Shut up, Dave. Anyway, you know what the sound what it was making. So I just at that point I thought, oh no, it must be just far too technical for me, this hobby. I thought, I don't know what I'm doing, I can't make it stop. So I was sort of slightly embarrassed. I went back to my car, I put this detector in the boot of my car, went home, threw it in the shed, and I never got it out again for 5 years. It just stayed there, and what caused me to get it out was actually watching American Diggers on the telly. It was on National Geographic, which turns out to be KG and Ringy, who are now my mates, which I think's like amazing. But I watched them using Garrett's, and because of watching them, I was able to watch the signals, and they give you little bits of information. So I thought, I'm going to get one of them. So I bought a Euro Ace because they had one basically, and I went out with that, and then the rest is history. So that's how I started metal detecting.
And I can still remember the first time you rang me up as well. I don't think you've been out very many times at that point. When we did the first Rochdale dig.
Oh yeah, because you invited me when you were doing that charity dig, didn't you? And you invited me onto the charity dig, and it was great. That was the first time I met you, wasn't it? So we've known each other quite a long time now, Dave, haven't we?
Oh, it must be five, maybe 6 years or so now. Yeah.
No, it must be 4.5.
Well, it's nearly 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was my wife's auntie was the mayor of Rochdale, and asked if I could do anything to assist. So you met the mayor that day as well.
I did meet the mayor, yeah.
And our good friend Stephen Aslett found a Bronze Age axe head.
Yeah, I was there. Yeah, I remember that. He found it on that bank, didn't he?
He did. And do you know, of all the detecting rallies that I organised, I think there was actually 4 or 5. There was actually 3 Bronze Age axe heads found on the digs that I'd organised. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Well, Bronze Age axe head is currently top of my wish list. It's the thing I want to find more than anything. To find something that's 3,000 years old, that's been there. It's sort of a Bronze Age axe head actually sort of shaped civilization, really, if you think about it, how old it is, and how sharp they are when they come out. It's top of my list. That's exactly what I want to find. And I've been on that many digs where people have found them, and I think, why can't I just find one? I mean, I was on one in Preston. It was the NCMD regional rally. It was in Preston. They do one every year, and there was a guy on there. I'm sorry I forgot your name if you're listening. And he came over to me and he said, I've got something here, Dawn, for you to have a look, which I know you'll like. So I said, oh, is it a George III half crown? Because I like them. He said, oh no, it's better than that. And he pulled it out, and it was the best looking Bronze Age spearhead you've ever seen in your entire life. I was holding it, I nearly couldn't breathe, it was that nice.
One of the lads I go detecting with locally, he's had in the same field, and they've said if he finds anything else it's getting taken off him. He's had a spearhead, a Bronze Age axe head, and the best thing, it was absolutely gorgeous, and it's actually currently in Norwich Castle. A Bronze Age sickle, absolutely stunning.
Oh yeah, so anyway, if I could find a Bronze Age spear or axe head, I think that's top of my wish list. That's what I want most. Oh, I'd be over the moon.
I've actually got a Paleolithic one in my display case.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, stone one,
Yes.
wonderful, absolutely gorgeous. You wouldn't believe the quality. You wouldn't believe how it's so perfect and so rounded at the edges and such like, and so old, yet it was able to do what it did.
Yeah. I mean, it's with them accents. I mean, some of them are a little bit, damaged, but I've seen some of them. They come up like perfect, and the edges of them are sharp. And how can something stay sharp for 3,000 years?
I know.
It blows my mind just thinking about it.
It does, considering the manner of which we actually sharpen things and make tools now.
I know.
Will a modern day accent still, if you throw it in the ground now, will it still? No, it won't. It's be rusty as anything if you throw it in the ground now.
Yeah.
Talk 3,000 years later.
Yeah.
Mind you, in 3,000 years now, we'll be digging up us and call it archaeology.
Don't think they'll be digging much up at Wheeling nowadays. I mean, you can find a 5p from about 2 years ago and it's unrecognisable.
Yeah.
I mean, metal detectors of the future, really. I think all they're going to be for digging up is moo tubes and coke cans. I think they're going to be the only things that last. Not going to be finding many coins of ours, are they?
Yeah. Apart from ours and the future hours.
The what?
The hours and the future hours, stuff. There will be something that remains. I mean, we're picking up pound coins now, the old version of the pound coins, and a lot of them are still. Well, I put one in the works brew machine a couple of months ago, and it still worked.
Oh, did it work?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. I mean, that's a good tip. If you find something that's, the pound coins, it don't matter if they're grassy, just stick them in all the machines, still take them.
Oh, I always
they
do.
Go off the size and the weight, don't they?
Any money I pick up that's modern goes straight in the brew machine at work. They must have. There's actually I work at a certain department at JCB, and there must be 6 or 7 of us who go metal detecting, and I'm sure exactly the same as me. They must be putting about £100 a month in with old coins.
I bet the company come and empty your machine. You'll think, oh, look at all these scruffs here with this money.
Speculate to accumulate.
Yeah.
So what are you looking forward to most detectable this year?
Well, like I say, I'm looking forward to being able to detect without having allergy problems, because that was really getting me down. I'm looking forward that my mate Kev's going for the first time, so Kev's going down there as well. I'm looking forward to. Well, I'm just looking forward to everything, to be honest. Really, I don't know what to say first.
Do you know what I'm looking forward to?
What?
Testing my bed in the back of my car that I've made.
Oh yeah. I'm looking forward to testing my nice warm bed and shower, and seeing what they've got on for breakfast.
The night before Detectable last year, I went down on the Thursday night and stayed at a small boutique hotel in Burford, and I've got to say it was fantastic. It was a beautiful little place. I think it's like a restaurant bistro in the day, and at night time it's more the guests, the sleeping and what have you. It's more that inclined. And the first morning at breakfast, the Friday morning first thing before I went along to Detectable, I hear this loud American voice in the background, and I was introduced to Rick Lacanda.
Oh yeah, Rick's he's in England
Fat
now.
fool.
He's going
He
to
is, yeah. He'll be there, so I looking forward to seeing Rick again.
Yeah, he loves it. Rick, he comes over every year, doesn't he? What a nice guy he is.
He's brilliant, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to everything. I'm looking forward to seeing Jocelyn, because I enjoy seeing her every year. She's like me digging sister. We always have a right laugh. And obviously I'm looking forward to seeing you, Dave, because I haven't seen you since last year.
Yeah, you're right, actually. The last time I saw you other than that was when we went up to scope out the site we were supposed to be putting the last Rochdale dig on, and I ended up meeting the lady out of Johnny Briggs, whose name eludes me at the moment.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to everything. I really am. Just the atmosphere and just the whole weekend away. And it's a shame I can't take Diggy. I mean, Diggy would have liked to come, and maybe one day I will do a full camp on the weekend. But the reason I don't take him is because he's not allowed to stay at the hotel. I've rung them up and they don't let dogs stay, so he can't go. So, but he does go on his own little doggy holiday. You know, he's not sad while I'm away. He stays with with the people that he goes to dog school with, and 2 of his best mates. So he has a fun time there with his doggy mates. But yeah, I would like him because Angel goes, doesn't he? Phil Fragile always takes Angel, and if you don't know, you know, when with Clods, where he's always with Sid Perry.
Yeah.
That dog's Diggy's mum.
Oh right.
So, you know, Angel's always there, and I'd love Diggy to meet his mum to see what they're like together.
Well,
I wonder if she'd know he was her baby, and he would know she was his mum.
Mad. Wonder what the reaction would be there.
Sue
Devaney, that lady's name was, out of Johnny Briggs and Coronation Street and other things.
Oh right, yeah. It was strange, that, wasn't it?
It was mad as cheese. Absolutely
anyway,
mad as cheese.
I'm going to be completely going on about Detectival in my Facebook group this week, so sorry if I bore you. It's just because I'm excited. And if I'm excited, I go on about stuff. That's just the way I do things.
I think I'm getting some abuse here for having for sleeping in my car as well. Told me to take to camp.
Well,
I'm too fat and I'm too old.
You've got the banter brigade in that group there, so you're going to get some stick, aren't you?
I'm too fat and I'm too old and I can't get up, so I'd rather get down.
Oh, is that what they're saying about you? Too old, Dave?
No, that's me saying it.
Oh, right. I thought that's what they were saying.
No, Lee, I don't have any window stickers. We've got some... we've had patches made, so we'll be selling some patches at £1 a go. Not much, but it's just to cover the obviously outlay. And also we'll have some key rings, and I've also put together several thousand fines boxes, which you'll see lots of nice stackable Dawn, I've got millions of them, ranging from the size of a coin artifact, say 50 bigger than 50p piece, so it's quite big. They're the individual ones, and then I've got yellow ones which I've got 5 sections in which all stacked together. In fact, there's a bunch in front of me on my own, which somewhere I've got some hammered coins in, or they might be in my box, but they all stack together as well for it's a fantastic way of keeping things nice and tidy and what have you. Some bigger blue ones, absolutely. Well, I've got 2 big what they call them, big bags from Aldi, 2 of them full and a sack full, so I've got loads of them, plus a load of little stickers so anybody could have a sticker. It's just stuff I got. I don't even know why I bought the stickers. I think Dean Stainton bought some and I went, I want some, so I got some and not really used them, so be stickers that people can take if they want as well.
Yeah, well, I'm going to take a big batch of stickers down. I've give out quite a lot of them lately. But yeah, that's all I'm taking though, just my stickers and Maxi and my big spade, and that's it. I'm sorted.
So you're still using the AT Max, is it?
Yeah, I've got my AT Max with me Nell Tornado coil on.
Yeah.
And it's doing me good. I like it. And you know, and people, I keep seeing people saying, I need a bungee because my arm's aching and that, but I can do 5 hours with mine, no problem.
Yeah.
But what's happened is, now I've got one arm like Arnie and shoulder, it's all muscled up, and then the other arm's just like a flabby sausage. So I think I need to get some weights on my left arm or something. And honestly, one arm's solid. But see, it gets you fit, metal detecting as well. What a fantastic hobby. Does everything for you, doesn't it? Makes you happy, gets you friends, gets you out for the weekend, keeps you fit, potentially finds you some silver or something to make you happy. Treasure. It's what a brilliant hobby.
It's like Chris from Addicted to Beeps. He's recently done a YouTube video regarding depression and metal detecting, and it's, as he said, I mean, we've all had our issues. Most people have had, depression, low moods, etc. But going out into the fields, chilling out, doing what you like, listening to the birds, looking at the views, the fresh air, doesn't half help.
Well, it's like meditating in a way. I always think, if you get in a field on a nice day, well, even on a rainy day, it's like meditation, isn't it? Because you're there with nature and you just zoned in on one thing, and it recovers me. I think it's like meditating. I love it. It also, there's a lot of research done. I work with a lot of people that are autistic, for autistic people as well, because they really enjoy that, because they can be with people but not with them, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
headphones on, being able to focus on one thing. I'm going to take a group of my kids out this summer and detect round the grounds, because there's quite a few of them are interested.
Yeah.
You know, they follow my YouTube channel. I've got a new lot in, they don't know about my YouTube yet. I'm not going to tell them yet.
Just give them a sticker. There you go, have a sticker.
Well, if I ever mention to them first, they don't believe me, they have to see evidence. Something's just popped up on my Google Chrome here from Daily Mail. I'll read it to you. It says, wife chops off husband's penis and feeds it to the dogs. That's not very nice, is it?
And that, you know, I've been trying really hard to keep this show nice and clean, nice and child friendly.
That's the way to end it, isn't it? It's in the Daily Mail if you want to have a look.
Was his name Bobbit?
No, this is a new one. So yeah, dogs had sausage for tea.
Marvellous. So, anything left, Dawn? Anything else you'd like to add?
No, I think that's it really. I'm just like really looking forward to everything. I'm getting pumped up, I'm getting excited. Looking forward to my coin challenge with Martin from Divi. I'm looking forward to Kev seeing everything that I'm always going on about and talking. Looking forward to seeing everybody. Looking forward to seeing Jocelyn. Looking forward to having a good time.
I think we all are. And the benefit of the community of metal detectorists as well. And it'd be nice to see each and every person that we met last year again, because obviously a lot of people, you got no communication not being on Facebook, and I met some great people, so it'll be nice to see them again and sing Roy Orbison on stage for Pete.
Yeah. So if I don't drink, I might be on stage singing, you know what I'm like.
What do you mean don't drink?
Well, I've not drunk very much. I only drink about twice a year now.
Yeah, but
last time I had a drink was I had some gin, and it was about April.
I heard you were on the M6 with a straw last night.
Oh yeah. You see that? It was 32,000 litres of pure gin or something on the motorway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet there's a few people out there with straws.
Certainly was. Anyway, so tonight, as I say, it's our first show, the pre-launch. Well, it may as well be a launch at the same time. Thanks for Digger Dawn, obviously, for coming on, and to Luke for coming and giving everybody an update of what's happening at Rodney Cook. I'm very jealous of being down there before me, but at least I won't have to wait round for him like I did last year at Detectable. So, again, everybody wants to learn more about Digger Dawn and what she does, etc. Dawn?
Yep, Digger Dawn Metal Detecting on YouTube. And if you want to join my group, Digger Dawn Metal Detecting group as well on Facebook. I've got also coming up on YouTube in connection with Garrett and Metal Detecting Holidays. I've got some MS3 headphones and wireless pinpointer prize coming up. What I'm going to be giving away soon. So I'm going to get a Detectable over, and then when it's dark and everything's over and everybody needs cheering up, I'm going to give that away.
Fantastic. So, yeah, and you'll also be in the Rodney Cook edition, issue 3 of our printed magazine.
Yeah,
and again, a reminder to everybody, that's it this weekend at Rodney Cook, and issue 4 will be available next week at Detectable, as well as the Minelab guide. So you've got both of them coming. They're all free, by the way, and for those of you who aren't able to make Detectable or Rodney Cook, we have selected numerous other groups who put on big digs, the likes of Find a Field. I can't remember what ones Luke's been talking about, but there's numerous other groups who will be distributing them again free of charge to people who aren't able to go. So hopefully somewhere you will be able to pick up a copy of issue 3, issue 4, and possibly the Minelab edition also. So I'm looking forward to both events greatly. Hopefully next week we'll be back with All Metal Mode UK. We'll be also, while we're away, myself and Luke are going to come up with a date or a day for us to have a regular night for the Metal Detecting podcast. So we look forward to that as well. And I say, anybody wants anything, needs anything, wants to communicate in any way, shape or form, you can find us through www.archmdmag.com. Look for the Archaeology Metal Detecting magazine on Instagram. There's Spreaker, Twitter, Facebook and YouTube. We do have a YouTube account as well, so have a look for us on there. Please follow the show for the updates over the weekend, which I'm thinking there may be many. I will also hopefully be able to speak to other people, Gary Cook, Julian from Treasure Hunting Magazine, and everybody else. And then again, we'll be doing it next weekend at Detectable as well. Dawn, it's been a pleasure.
As always.
So thank you everyone for tuning in tonight. It does mean a lot. Thank you for your support coming over, and hopefully we'll be able to keep you stocked with metal detecting and broadcasts in the future. Okay, so I'll see you all next week. You certainly will. Let's all be lucky. Look forward to it. Everybody finds something they can take home and be happy with. Take care, Dawn. I'll see you next week. Bye, Dave. Good night, everyone.
The Archaeology and Metal Detecting magazine acts as a hub for information, offering articles from archaeologists, detectorists and other specialists throughout the genre, featuring many links, event info and news articles associated to archaeology and metal detecting. We also offer professional review services and promotion for books, resources, videos, documentaries, gadgets, equipment and much more. The magazine is run by the archaeological and metal detecting community for the archaeological and metal detecting community. So come visit us at archmdmag.com, that's archmdmag.com, and check out information from our media section with all the latest content, news from the Archaeology channel, podcasts and the YouTube channels that feature the now legendary Digger Dawn, the Man with the Hat and Archeo Duck, just to name a few. If you would like to offer an article, link or inquire about other services, then pay us a visit at archmdmag.com and drop us a line.